Hey guys, it's Kelly. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you the 71 books I have read so far this year. Now, knowing me, I will procrastinate while editing this video. And in doing so, I may read one or two more books. I'm in the middle of 2 books, so I may be finished with them by the time this video goes up. But I'll share with you those at the end of the year or in my July wrap-up. Some books that will be in my July wrap-up are going to be at the end. I'm including those, so you will be getting my star rating, but you will not be hearing anything. I will not be going into detail about these books. If you want to know more about these books, you can go watch my previous wrap-ups. I do not do review videos. I don't like watching review videos. I see I'm swayed easily. And yeah, so this is not a review video. This is just a wrap-up so far during the year. I'll be sharing my star ratings with each book, and yeah, I'm gonna go by months. So I'm just gonna hold them up or put pictures because I did read a mix of my own books and library books. So let's get started. This is gonna be a long video to edit. I already know. Why did I do this? Okay, first book that I read that started off my reading year was Walking the Americas by Lewison Wood. I gave this a 4 out of 5, and if you see me looking down, I had to write down the titles and the star rating. So 4 out of 5. The second one was Ash Princess, and I gave this a 5 out of 5. Lady Smoke by Laura Sebastian. This is the sequel to Ash Princess, and I gave this a 4 out of 5. Jungleland by Christopher S. Stewart. I gave this a 2 out of 5. One of Us is Lying by Karen M. McManus. I also gave this a 2 out of 5. What Elephants Know by Eric Dinerstein. I gave this a 4 out of 5. The Train to Impossible Places by P.G. Bell. I gave this a 3 out of 5. A Circle of Elephants by Eric Dinerstein. This is the sequel to What Elephants Know, and I gave this a 5 out of 5. Phoebe and Her Unicorn by Dana Simpson. I gave this a 5 out of 5. City of Fallen Angels by Cassandra Clare. I gave this a 3 out of 5. Was not my favorite. Gone by Michael Grant. I gave this a 3 out of 5. I read Beauty and the Beast by Gabrielle Suzanne Barbeau de Villeneuve. I don't know how you say that. And I gave it a 2 out of 5. Rabbit and Robot by Andrew Smith, and I gave this a 3 out of 5. The Bells by Danielle Clayton. I gave a 5 out of 5. Schindler's List by Thomas Kennelly, and I gave this a 4 out of 5. This Beat This Dip in the Black Mountain by Zach Gorman, and I gave this a 4 out of 5. Rosebud by A.G. Howard. I gave this a 5 out of 5. Batman Nightwalker by Marie Lu, and I gave this a 4 out of 5. The Polar Bear Explorers Club by Alex Bell, and I gave this a 4 out of 5. Flowers for Algernon by Daniel Keyes, and I gave this a 3 out of 5. The Door to January by Jillian French, and I gave this a 4 out of 5. I should have planned this better. I'm hot. Okay, so where do I stop at? Voices from Chernobyl by Alexei, I forget her last name. It's a Ukrainian name. I gave this a 4 out of 5. It's a nonfiction. It's very good. Delilah Dirk and the Turkish Lieutenant. 4 out of 5. And it's by Tony Cliff. Sphinx's Princess. I gave a 3 out of 5. Delilah Dirk and the King's Shilling. 3 out of 5. Delilah Dirk and the Pillars of Hercules. 4 out of 5. The Star Thief by Lindsay Becker, 4 out of 5. The Everlasting Rose, sequel to The Bells by Danielle Clayton, I gave a 3 out of 5. Winger by Andrew Smith, 5 out of 5. This Family of Mine by Victoria Gotti, 4 out of 5. When Dimple Met Rishi, 3 out of 5. Dewey, the Small Town Library Cat Who Touched the World by Vicki Myron, 4 out of 5. The Walking Dead, Rise of the Governor, and The Road to Woodbury by Robert Kirkman and Jay Bonansinga. I gave Rise of the Governor a 3 out of 5 and The Road to Woodbury a 4 out of 5. Samantha Spinner and Their Super Secret Plans by Russell Gins, I gave a 2 out of 5. Stormkeeper's Island by Catherine Doyle, I gave a 3 out of 5. The Center of the Universe by Rhea Voros, I gave a 2 out of 5. Sphinx's Queen, again by Esther Freilich. It's the sequel to Sphinx's Princess. I gave a 3 out of 5. Cozy Jones and the Different Dog Nappers by Shauna Hollyoak. I gave a 4 out of 5. Lost Crow Conspiracy by Rosalind Eves. I gave this a 5 out of 5. Legend of Greg by Chris Rylander. I gave this a 3 out of 5. Catwoman Soul Stealer by Sarah J. Maas. I gave this a 3 out of 5. Unicorn on a Roll by Dana Simpson. I gave this a 4 out of 5. All Our Broken Pieces by L.D. Crichton. I gave this a 5 out of 5. Hope and Other Punchlines by Julie Buxbaum. I gave this a 4 out of 5. Planet Earth is Blue by Nicole Pantelikos. I gave this a 3 out of 5. The Walking Dead Book 12. I gave this a 5 out of 5. This is a graphic novel. Sea Prayer by Khaled Hosseini. I gave this a 3 out of 5. What We Do for Love. I forget the author. Her name's right here. I gave this a 4 out of 5. Clockwork Prince by Cassandra Clare. I gave this a 5 out of 5. Oh, Jim Carstairs. Yes. Rise of the Isle of the Lost by Melissa De La Cruz. I gave this a 3 out of 5. The Brilliance of Fireflies. The author's right here. I gave this a 5 out of 5. Sanity in Tallulah by Molly Brooks. I gave this a 3 out of 5. Becoming by Michelle Obama. I gave this a 5 out of 5. Hotel Dare. This is a graphic novel. I don't know the name of the author. It'll be right here. I gave this a 4 out of 5. Graveyard Book by Neil Gaiman. I gave this a 3 out of 5. I just had a fucking time looking for this book on my bookshelf. If y'all, how do y'all organize y'all shelves? Do y'all organize them by series? I just have books thrown on the shelf. How do y'all organize your books so you can find them easily? Do you organize them by title, alphabetical, or author, alphabetical? I'm not doing that rainbow shelf, and I'm not doing it by series. So, tell me how y'all do it, because I need tips. That's why I'm so hot. The Bone Charmer by Brianna Shields. One of my favorite books. I gave it a 5 out of 5. Until I had a time looking for it, and I hate it. 5 out of 5. The Lost Hero by Rick Riordan. I gave this a 4 out of 5. Unicorn vs. Goblins by Dana Simpson. I gave this a 3 out of 5. Standoff by Andrew Smith. I gave this a 3 out of 5. Screen Queens by Lori Goldstein. I gave this a 4 out of 5. The Bony Hand by Karen Kane. I gave this a 3 out of 5. Delight, Houston, Texas by Joe M. Solomon. I gave this a 4 out of 5. Endangered by Elliot Schreifer. I gave this a 3 out of 5. Yeah, 3 out of 5. You by Caroline Kepnes. I gave this a 3 out of 5. This Is Where I Leave You by Jonathan Tropper. I gave this a 5 out of 5. Alexander Hamilton by Ron Chernow. I gave this a 4 out of 5. Last Name Sarah by Kristen Cicerelli. I gave this a 4 out of 5. Or, no, I gave it a 5 out of 5. Walk in Denial by Levison Wood. I gave a 5 out of 5. Curses and Smoke by Vicky Alvier something. I gave a 4 out of 5. And Final Draft, which was my most recent read, by Riley Redgate. I gave a 3 out of 5. Whew, I'm done. Those are all the books. Those are the 71 books that I've read so far this year. I'm going to have to come up with a different system for the end of the year. This was just a lot. And it's going to be cold at the end of the year by the time I do this again. So, if you've read any of these books, comment down below. I gotta say thank you to my little helpers. Thank you.
You're welcome.
If it weren't for them, I would be sitting right here melted into a puddle. I would be gone, dead. See you later. Bye. And yeah, it's hot in my house. What's the temperature say? 80 something.
What's the numbers?
79. It's 79 degrees in my house. Let's hope the rain just cools it off outside.
Oh, that was the one we found a bunch of them.
Uh,
I found some face.
yeah.
But yeah.
So yeah, also leave your comments down below. Tell me how I can organize this fucking hot mess.
And then let her.
Yeah. Okay. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Hit subscribe. And I'll see you on my next video.
Bye.